In response to the Alliance Army's plea, Judith has agreed to provide soldiers. To meet up with reinforcements, the Alliance Army sets out for Aelel, the Valley of Torment. Unbeknownst to Claude, something else awaits them there.
Why is it so hot? I'm getting all sweaty.
Don't be a wimp. Anything's worth it for more food supplies.
Move over, Raphael. Somehow you make the heat even worse.
Let's stay calm, everyone. Once we meet up with Judith's soldiers, we can go right back home.
Oh, I finally remembered. The legend goes that this valley was born from the wrath of the goddess. They say a pillar of light poured from the heavens and completely burned away the forest that used to be here.
So you're telling me the goddess, who is supposed to be benevolent, burned a forest to a crisp? Typical.
That's what the legend would have us believe, but it's not recorded in any of the scriptures.
Either it's completely made up, or the goddess is some kind of monster. Huh? Is that?
The time for idle chatter is over, Claude. Look over there.
Ah, has someone come to greet us?
That banner does not bear the Daphne crest.
If memory serves, that's the crest of House Rowe, formerly Lords of the Kingdom. They joined the Empire side without hesitation during the coup. And now here they are, lying in wait for us.
Damn. I thought we had disposed of all the spies.
House Rowe is mediocre and vulgar, but I hear their knights are powerful.
What about the Daphne soldiers? You don't think...
Judith will be fine. It would take a lot more than that to take her down. Everyone, prepare for battle. I leave the command in your capable hands, my friend.
My thank you so much.
I am grateful.
Thanks so much.
Much appreciated.
The Valley of Torment. Perhaps a good place to finish off my life as a knight. Only if that puny force of children is able to kill me, of course.
So, their general must be that stubborn-looking old man. He looks like he wouldn't even forgive a sobbing child. It's good we came armed for the occasion. Care to find Judith? Flames are flaring everywhere and burning people where they stand. ALL's a terrible place. Everyone, if you don't want to get burned to a crisp, watch your step.
Let's make this quick.
At the ready. You got yourself killed.
Steady now.
What's my strategy? My orders? Make a difference?
I'll do my best.
Leave it to me.
Shall we?
Ready when you are.
Shall we?
The Crest of Flames! Ha! Quite full of themselves, aren't they?
Just as I thought. The Professor's army. But it's too late to back out now. In Lenato's place, I have to do my duty.
Too easy.
I don't want to fight you, Professor. But this is how it has to be. There's no turning back. You want to spare me? Why? Well, I'll do it. I'll join your side. Let me fight for you.
No time to slow down.
Sorry, but I must.
you.
That's the spirit! Ah! How about a curtsy? Still.
No chance.
For the future of Vodland.
I fought and won.
That's enough! Can't afford to slack off.
A fitting outcome.
Make a difference? It's over! Here is something to believe in! I must lead them well.
Thought you could best me? I'll tolerate no.
I'm glad I can count on you.
All right, who's next? Allow me to demonstrate. Another victory. but it's you or me.
Our quarrel wasn't personal.
I wasn't about to let you go.
I fought and won.
Can't afford to slack off.
Haven't. It seems my...
Does a whelp like you really expect to kill me? I am Gwendol, the Grey Lion, a knight by the hand of Count Rowe. Do your worst! So I have found a place to die. Young ones, I thank you.
That old man must have been struggling with the position he found himself in. It's time to gather ourselves and pull back our troops.
Thank you so much.
To think we'd get into a scrap here, of all places. We're lucky we all made it out alive. Well, that's ancient history. Anyway, long time no see, Professor. Are you still watching this boy's back?
Can you quit calling me a boy in front of everyone? I'm the leader of the Alliance now. It's not proper.
Not proper, is it? Says the leader who has neglected Alliance territory for years. If you're really the master tactician, you should go back to working quietly at whatever little desk you do your planning on.
Don't call me that either. Who even came up with that nickname?
It's a perfect title for a boy who loves crafty schemes as much as you do. You should be grateful to the professor. On your own, you'd look like a scoundrel of a leader.
Claude's usually so flippant, but even he gets overwhelmed when Judith is around.
As expected from the leader of the prestigious House Daphne, her dignity is beyond compare, even if she is no longer one of the 5 great lords. The 5 most influential lords of the Leicester Alliance. They hold the voting rights at the Round Table conferences. House Daphne used to be included among their ranks, but division from within has hastened their decline. Their vote has since been passed to the emerging Margrave Edmund.
Thanks for the exposition, Gloucester boy.
Boy, I will not.
Now to business. There were some unexpected interruptions, but I've brought soldiers and supplies as promised.
Thanks, Judith. I'll gladly take them off your hands.
Hold your horses, boy. You're misunderstanding. These soldiers are precious to me. I made them what they are. I'm not about to loan them out to someone.
No? Then why did you come here?
What I'm saying is that I'll be joining your army. You're going to fight the Empire with the Knights of Seiros, right? Fight for Lady Rhea? Not without me.
That's admirable and all, but we still don't know for sure if Rhea's in the...
Oh, she's there. A witness saw Lady Rhea being dragged off by the Imperial Army after the battle 5 years ago.
Are you sure your source is reliable?
One of my own saw it happen. I'm certain.
It seems we chose wisely when we decided to fight against the Empire.
But you're the leader of House Daphne. Is it okay for you to leave your territory unattended?
And what about you? Is it okay for you to leave the Regan territory unattended?
That's... I've left it in the hands of a reliable retainer and...
And I've asked that retainer to watch over Daphne territory as well.
Wait. You just up and decided to get my retainer to do that without even asking me? No respect, this one.
Oh, you haven't met him yet, Professor? His name is Nardell. He strikes me as a really special individual. And he's quite handsome, too.
So that's your definition of handsome?
No objections, then? Good. That settles it. House Daphne is now yours to command.
I'm sure you'd come along even if I refused. So be it. We'll be counting on you, Judith. With Judith joining our forces, we've secured some more troops and supplies, albeit not many.
I'm sorry it couldn't be more.
No, it's enough for the time being. We'll use them to secure even more troops and supplies. The key to my plan is Count Gloucester, the leader of the pro-Empire faction in the Alliance.
You intend to sway my father to join the other side?
If Count Gloucester were to switch to the other side, that would basically unify the Alliance. Then we could utilize our full military force in the fight against the Empire.
You don't mean to ask me to persuade him, do you? That would be quite impossible.
I don't plan on it. We'll just take his concerns out of the equation. The Aramid River flows along the border between Gloucester territory and the Empire, right? Of all the bridges that cross it, the Great Bridge of Myrddin is the only one near Gloucester territory large enough for an army. Currently, the Imperial Army occupies it.
So, if we were to capture the bridge...
Count Gloucester would be freed from the threat of the Empire, thanks to us.
But we have to pass through Gloucester territory to reach the Great Bridge of Myrddin, do we not?
Yes, and if we attempted it, naturally he would try to stop us.
I am sorry, but I must ask. Surely you do not plan to engage in combat with my father?
Don't worry. I want him as a future ally. What good would it do to waste both of our forces fighting? Who do you think you're talking to, Teach? Preparations are in the works even now.
So the Master Tactician is finally going to show us his true power. I'm looking forward to it.
I'll do my best to live up to that name by making my scheme as impressive as possible.
Part 2. Verdant Wind. Lone Moon. The Rose-Colored River. The Alliance army successfully rendezvous with Judith in Aelel. With the addition of House Daphnel's forces, the time has come to invade Empire territory.
Preparations are complete. Now it's a game of patience. As they say, good things come to those who wait.
Care to elaborate on this plan of yours, Claude? Can we really do this without battling my father?
Pretty soon, Count Gloucester will need to gather his troops in the northern part of his territory. The kingdom has experienced constant infighting since the coup. They're out of the picture for now.
The combined forces of the Regan and Daphnel houses will threaten the northern part of the Gloucester territory. Nardell, that retainer I mentioned, is going to draw their attention.
We'll take that opportunity to make our way through Gloucester territory and launch a surprise attack on the Great Bridge of Myrddin.
And are you not concerned about the possibility that I may tip off my father?
The future of the Alliance rests on this battle. I'm certain you won't betray us.
I will ensure our success.
I know you will. If we can win this fight, then our next goal will be to topple Enbar, the Imperial capital. I said before that my plan was to meddle with the Empire, but I'm gonna do you one better. We are going to defeat the Empire, once and for all. But to do that, we can't afford to slip up here. Bear that in mind.
Right.
Hey there. We came from the territory of House Daphnel. It's not easy to leave one's home, but it had to be done. Judith asked us so earnestly, there was no way we could have refused. We can trust you, right? I'd hate to end up just another pointless death.
Things have gotten a lot more interesting since we joined up with Judith, haven't they? Anyone who casually treats Claude like he's just some kid is not a person to be trifled with. I think Captain Gerald would have liked her. I hope someday I can be as strong, kind, and level-headed as her.
If we can suppress this Myrddin, we can invade into the Empire, right? I was in the Empire. Now I will be an enemy. I am having strange feelings. It is with ease that an ally turns into an enemy.
Hello.
So, that was Judith. Just as I'd heard of her, she was an upstanding person. The same Daphnal blood runs through my veins, and yet I feel as though I am nothing like her. I am but a phantom of what could be. You think so? Wow, thank you.
Maybe. I don't know where he recruited that man, but Claude's got an eye for great talent. I'm talking about his retainer, Nardell. I've only spoken with him briefly, but he seems to have a fair amount of both brains and brawn, with the skills to match. But there's something about him I can't quite place, like I've somehow heard of him before.
Of course. I'd heard of the hero of Daphnal, but that was the first time I've met her in person. She's the head of a prestigious noble family? Just like Claude, the Alliance nobility is so odd. Kind of, but I don't mean that in a bad way. You won't find such big-hearted nobles elsewhere. Plus, Judith can drink with the best of them. A woman after my own heart.
Well... War isn't kind to you if you're a recluse. By the time you realize what's going on, you're already under attack. And if you're off by yourself, you can get killed with no one ever even finding out. Won't that be awful? Just terrible! Okay, Professor, I get it. I know I'll have to come out.
I had an encounter with Lord Gwendol. How many years ago was it? Back before the academy, I met this girl who I fell madly in love with. And her dad tried to kill me. I suppose he just tried to scare me, but I was sure I was gonna die. Oh yeah, her dad? Lord Gwendol. Crazy, right? I never thought I'd seriously be trying to kill the guy in battle. I kind of don't know how to make sense of it.
No.
Professor. The Great Bridge of Myrden isn't just a bridge. It has the features of a fortress. I believe it was built for military purposes by the first leader of the Adrestian Empire. In other words, it's even older than the monastery. So if we occupy the Great Bridge, we'll have to search it from top to bottom.
Hey! Boo!
Professor, Lady Rhea is in the Empire, isn't she? We should hurry up and find her. So many people in the monastery and nearby towns are worried. I want to ease their minds as soon as possible, Professor. Let's work together to find her.
I've been away from Garreg Mach for a while, but I came back when I heard the rumors of what you were doing. The scars of 5 years ago may still be raw, but it's nice to be back. Anyway, I'm going to start a business here again, so I look forward.
Greetings, Professor! Nothing to report. I was talking to some of the Daphnal soldiers earlier, and it seems that Judith has a weakness. But they wouldn't tell me what it is. I got the feeling they didn't appreciate the question. Pardon me for being curious. That said, maybe keep this to yourself. Not that she terrifies me to my soul, but...
need your help. It looks like people are slowly starting to come back to the town. I guess they feel safe now that you and the Knights of Saros have returned. Peddlers have become more common too, so there'll be food and supplies available. After being run down for all those years, it's really becoming livable again. Excuse me, could you do me a favor? Excuse me, could you do me a favor? It looks like people are... I guess they peddlers have... After being run... Here's an idea. On the north side of the Great Bridge of Myrden lies the territory of Acheron of the Alliance, and to the south, the Empire's Burgleys territory. Count Burgleys has held the position of Minister of Military Affairs for the Empire ever since the days of Emperor Ionius. The current Emperor seems to have brought the corrupt nobility to heel, but Count Burgleys looks to be an exception.
What used to be Ire territory lies far to the east of the Great Bridge of Myrden, downstream of the Aramid River. For the sake of my family, I wish we could invade the Empire from there. But I do not have the power to advocate for that. Strategically, Myrden is more important. Thank you, Professor. I will not give in. Not until I have restored my noble pride.
Thanks to all that food from Judith, I'm full for once. I've got... Oh. But then how do we cross? I've got so much energy. Let me at that Great Bridge of Myrden. I'll bust it down myself. Oh. But then how do we cross?
Professor?
Yay! Thanks! There's unrest, and I hope things go back.
Professor?
Professor!
Hello there.
I see. If our plan succeeds, we'll arrive at the Great Bridge of Myrden unscathed. The important part is what happens next. We're evenly matched in terms of military power, more or less. So if we can just launch a surprise attack... I wouldn't be so sure. That bridge is almost like a fortress. The defense there is rock solid. But that's why you're here, Teach. No matter the odds, you're the wild card we need to win.
Listen to this. The Aramid River separates the Empire and Alliance. It's the largest river in Fodlan. Sometimes it'll flood when there's lots of rain, but... at least the land gets some extra water.
5 years ago, when the Imperial Army attacked Garreg Mach, they moved with incredible speed. But in the middle of all that chaos, she still had operatives watching. The hero of Daphnal's spy network is impressive. She shouldn't be taken lightly.
Right. The year 1185 is almost over. From next month on, it will be the year 1186. It's just a date, of course, but it feels significant. I hope next year is a great one.
Listen to this.
We can predict what the Empire will do. Fargus is our real problem. The Eastern Lords have joined forces and are warring with the Dukedom. But I've heard nothing about that conflict as of late. It's strange. I haven't heard much from my father either. I can't help but find this silence unsettling.
So Lady Rhea was in the Empire all this time. Glad as I am that Judith told us. I wish we had known this 5 years ago. We spent all that time spread out over Fotland, searching for the Archbishop and you. It was a mistake to abandon the monastery, to leave it in ruins. Now we're paying for that mistake.
Hi. Hey, you.
Really? Judith is a wonderful person. So strong and confident as well. Looking upon her, I am sharply reminded of my mother. Not in the slightest. Rather, it is her way of being. I lost my mother long ago. I miss her desperately.
I would like to believe that I've always made my own decisions. Even so, I cannot deny that some small part of me has always been aware of my father's wishes. Now here I am, concealing our plan, Claude's plan, from his sight. No. The strategy is sound, and I've consented to it. In this fight, I will finally stand upon my own 2 feet, independent of my father's influence.
Professor, since I'm originally from the Empire, it seems no one trusts me with any important tasks. Fine by me. Honestly, I bet they're watching my every move to make sure I can be trusted. If I were leading the Alliance, it's what I would...
Hey, you.
It's thanks to you that I'm here now. I owe you, Professor. You saved my life. I swear I'll do all I can to repay that debt.
Really?
Professor, I'm sure you know this already, but House Ordelia is aligned with the Empire. They face the Empire from across a river, similar to the Gloucesters. Even so, I refuse to yield to the Empire a second time. The Empire did unthinkable things to my family, and to me. The only option here is winning. Professor, you must promise we will overcome the Empire.
Next, we face the Great Bridge of Myrden. We actually crossed it a long time ago. Do you remember? It was 5 whole years ago. It seems like so long ago, doesn't it? It's odd how fast time flies. Everyone was still friends then. After the fighting, we all ate together without splitting into our separate houses. I often wish we could go back to those peaceful days.
Well, legend says that pillars of light fell and ravaged ALL. I was reminded of that when I saw it. Professor? Do you think those legends are true? I think so too. I don't know if the goddess really destroyed the valley out of anger, but... there are still so many things we don't understand in this world.
Right. Hearing that the Knights of Seros have returned, the monks have also been coming back. We still don't have enough hands here, but we'll use all that we've got to rebuild the monastery. Until the day that Lady Rhea is returned to us, we have to do all we can.
Gwendol, whom we saw at Aelel, was once a renowned general known as the Grey Lion. And yet, as we fought him, it seemed like he was just looking for a place to die. Even if House Rowe, whom he served, is no more, he shouldn't have just given up on life.
We're going to invade the Empire, which means we'll be fighting people we know, won't we? If we're attacked by someone we know or used to think of as a friend, is it permitted to run away? Really? If something happens, will you keep me safe?
Hi.
The battle at Aelel, where it is quite now.
Oh, hello there, Professor. Did you need something from me? It doesn't look like you're wounded or anything. You just looking for someone to talk to? I thought so. Well, I'm here for you. Making you feel better is my top priority. Whether it's physical pain or worries of the heart, you can come to me for anything, Professor.
If Rhea really is in the Empire, then we must defeat the Imperial army by any means necessary. The people at large are just as concerned for Rhea's safety as we are. The sooner we can settle all our unease, the better.
Well?
Ah, Marianne.
Is it true Lady Rhea was dragged off by the Imperial army? I heard that was true. Why'd they take Lady Rhea? Professor, they didn't take her to kill her, did they? That's good. We just gotta beat the Imperial army and get her back, right? You gotta help her, Professor. I'm begging ya.
I'm sorry. I know I'm...
Eating is life.
Eating...
Smaller.
This is delicious! My absolute favorite!
This is nearly as delicious as Mother's cooking. I would happily eat this every day.
I'm great.
I'll fondly...
Delicious. You're eating.
Yeah.
It's kind.
That looks.
I appreciate.
This
Food take.
Thanks to all. I've got. Oh.
This
It look. I guess peddlers after being run.
Hello there. This one, yes? I think this one, yes? This one, yes? I think this one, yes? I think this one, yes? I think this one, yes? This one, yes? Return soon, please.
This'll be useful.
There's something I'd like to ask you. Oh, of course.
Teacher.
You have my thanks.
Let's take a crack at it.
All right.
We'll have to do...
Another gain from mortal risk.
Making strides.
I'm starting to get it. Aha!
This'll help keep me alive.
I passed?
what?
That's a nice result.
Like, follow, subscribe!